Hi, this is Edward Troxel. In today's tutorial, we're going to look at adding tracks again in Vegas. And there was some question about how the tracks were being added, and there was some confusion over the order that the final result of tracks were coming in as. And so I'll show you the code that was actually used, the order that they came in as, and then they were questioning why they came in. So then we'll go through it line by line and figure out why they came in the order that they did come in, and then we'll confirm by running the script the order that they really do come in. So let's take a look at the code right quick, and the unexpected result, which is actually the correct result, and then we'll go through it line by line and figure out why it is the correct result. So here's the actual code, in which case they're adding a video track, which is called V0, and we'll get an index number of 0 since it's being added in the 0 position. Then an A0, 0, a V1, 1, a V99, and they were probably expecting 99 there, but it won't be. V5 with a 5, an A1 with a 1, an A99 with a 99, and an A5 with a 5. And these are the results. They came in as A00, A11, V11, V00, and they were wondering, why did they come in this order, and where did some of these numbers come from? So let's take a look at it line by line, and we'll figure that out. Okay, the first thing we're doing is adding a new video track at index number 0. And then we're going to change the name of it to V0, and the index will be 0. So let's add an index 0 with V00 right here. So our index 0 is going to be V00. So far, so good. Now, we're going to add an audio track at index 0. And we're going to give it a name A00. So let's add this new audio track at index 0. Well, index 0 is right here, so we're actually going to add it above this one at index 0. And this will be A0-0, and of course this index will become 1 because we added something in front of it. Our next line of code, we're going to add a video track at index number 1, and it's going to be named V1, 1. So at index number 1, so it's going to go above this one, we're going to add a V1, and of course its index is going to be number 1. And this index now becomes 2 because we added something above it again. Now, we're going to add a video track at index 99. Obviously, we don't have 99 tracks yet. We have 0, 1, and 2. So it's going to become index 3. It's going to become the next index. So 99 basically becomes, let's add it at the bottom, since I don't have 99 tracks yet. Now, if I had over 100 tracks, it would add it in index position 99. But since I only have 3 tracks so far, it's going to add it index position number 3. So I'm going to get a V99-3. So we come over here, it's going to add track 3, and we'll get a V99-3. On our next one, we're going to add a video track at index number 5, and we're going to call it V5 and whatever the new index number is. Well, I don't have an index 5 yet. Once again, my biggest index is 3. So now I'm going to have an index of 4 because 5 is bigger than 4, and this will be V5-4. Now I'm going to add a new audio track called A1 at index number 1. So it'll be A1-1, since I do have more than that. And so this is going to go at index position number 1. So above number 1, we're going to have an A1-1, and then all of these have to be incremented. So now we have 6 tracks indexed 0 through 5, and this is our current order. Now we're going to add another track. We're going to add another audio track. We're going to call it A99. It's going to go at index 99, which is bigger than anything we have. And so we'll see what the index number is going to be when we come back over here. So its index is going to be 6. So we're going to end up with an A99-6. And then finally, we're going to add a new audio track at index position number 5. And so it's going to be A5, and we have more than that tracks than that now. So it is actually going to be an A5-5. And so let's come over here, and in index position 5, we're going to add an A5-5. And then this will become index 6 and index 7. So this should be our final result. A00, A11, V11, V00, A99, A55, V54, and A99-6. If we go back and look at the original post, we can see it was A00, A11, V11, V00, V99-3, A55, V54, and A99-6. The results he got, definitely the expected results. And now when we run the script, you can see we got track A00, A11, V11, V00, V99-3, A55, V54, and A99-6. So it's exactly in the same order that we got here, exactly as expected. So the original person that asked this had a little confusion over the index numbers, in that he didn't realize that the index numbers would change as more tracks were added. But if you add a track at index 0, and then you add another track at index 0, the second one's going to be index 0. The first one will become index 1, because you've just added something in front of it. You can't have multiple tracks with the same index number. And so he was thinking we should have an A index 0, a V index 0, an A index 1, a V index 1, and if I put that there, that's where it stays. That's not where it stays. All of the index numbers are totally fluid. So when you add a new index number, then that's going to change potentially other index numbers depending on where you've added the track. Notice when we added the 99s, it didn't change the other index numbers, but they didn't become 99 either. They became the next index number. So I hope you find this tutorial useful. Let me know what you'd like to see in future tutorials. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Please sign up at www.jettv.com and subscribe on YouTube to get further notifications on when new videos are presented.